Well, let me tell you something, brother. This might be the best OG Kush I've ever had. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. You just said a mouthful, brother. I'm higher than helicopter butt. Listen, though, Hulkster. Young Lurch has been running his mouth on that podcast. Blaze the Bingo Hall podcast needs to show some respect to the veterans, brother. I say we run in there and show Young Lurch and his guest just exactly who the OGs of this game are, What you gonna do, Blaze the Bingo Hall podcast, when the Macho Man and the Hulkster run wild on you? Ooh, yeah. Give me like 10 minutes, though, because I'm really stoned. Oh, yeah.
Welcome into Blaze the Bingo Hall. I'm your host with the most, Young Lurch. Today we are joined by our guest, owner, promoter of Loko Wrestling, Mr. Jaime Martinez. Jaime, welcome in, my friend.
Man, what's up, man? We're most definitely blazing the Bingo Hall, man, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Boy, appreciate you for stopping by.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Hey, man. So, like I said, man, I love what you've been doing. We were talking before we just started here, and like I said, we need more guys like you in the industry, and I'm excited for this conversation. So,
I appreciate it.
Let's get right into it. I want to go ahead and ask you, who is Jaime Martinez or Jaime Martinez? I'm sorry, it's going to mess me up. Let's see how many times I can mess that up. Here we go. Who is Jaime Martinez outside of wrestling?
Outside of wrestling, I'm a welder. I've been welding for like 20 years, and I've been married for just as long as that 20 years to my wife Jessica. She helps me run the merch at Loko, and I'm just a fan, that's turned promoter, and I've been doing this for like 5 years, and that's me, and I have fun doing it. It's cool to make the matches you want to do, you ever wanted to see, because every fan wants to do that, and we're doing it.
So do you think that helps you being, established before stepping your foot into wrestling?
Oh yeah, man. I've been going to indie shows in Houston and like other parts since probably like the early 2000s. Like, cause I'm 45, so I've been a lifelong fan. So I know a lot of fans. So when I started my promotion, it was easy to convert, tell them, hey man, come on, dog, I'm bringing these guys who y'all want to see, and we're bringing them. And that's pretty much how it kind of started.
Hell yeah. Do you think that, that's kind of helped shape the way you think, like, and promote things, like having, that sort of influence of like going to a lot of shows beforehand, having that, all those connections. And then when you're, hey, now you're more hands-on and doing your own thing. It's like, I guess maybe channel a lot of things that like you guys may have been wanting to do, but didn't get to see, when you're going to certain shows, but now you get to have, free range to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mirrored a lot of guys, a lot of promoters like Bob Murphy. Who else? It was Bob Murphy, Booker T, watching them do their things in Houston. And then collabing with other companies like GCW and XPW6 and 6-7. Yeah, man, just learning from those guys. You know what I mean? Like just doing collabs. That's how I kind of figured it out. And then just doing kind of like hands-on training, on the job training too. So it was a little bit of everything. That's how I kind of learned and got my style.
Was there a certain moment that maybe clicked for you that was like, all right, this is why I want to do this?
I think it was like our fourth show. And then we don't reach out to anybody at that time. And I got a direct message from Brett, and he goes, yo. And then that's when I showed my other partner that was in Loko Lowrider. And I was like, look, this is how much noise we're making. And then we did the collab, like, I think like a couple months later, and they showed up, and we started from there, and then we grew because we were one of the first companies that throw shows in the pandemic. That's kind of, we had the head start.
Yeah, that's a interesting time in wrestling, right?
Oh my God, we were so bored. I was so bored. I was just selling vintage wrestling T-shirts and just like metal vintage metal shirts and shit like that. That's what I was doing on my pastime during the pandemic when we couldn't work and stuff like that. So I was just doing that. And then I just, saved a lot of money in doing it. And we started Loko with Lowrider and stuff. So
yeah, kind of. It makes you think about how special the audience is for sure in wrestling when you take the audience out of it. Like, when you watch it on like AEW, WWE at the time, it was just like, like the Thunderdome and all that stuff. It was just like the weirdest time in wrestling. But, shows like you guys that were able to like actually do something like during that time, I'm sure that was
hell
special.
yeah. We had the Houston Premier Arena, man. If we didn't have the Houston Premier Arena, I don't think we would have done Loko Wrestling, bro. And that's keeping it a bug, man. We would have, if it was there for us to do it because we were training when nobody was running shows and they had it open. So we were just me, Lowrider. I think Ninja Mac at that time was there, Chris Carter, and we were all just training because we were fucking bored and there was no shows. So we're like, let's start a wrestling company, and we slowly grew. We did the distance and spread it out the chairs, and the first show was like 50 people, but we were just still doing the show. We lost a couple, we lost money on it, but we didn't care. We were just like, we needed something to do, and we did it. So
yeah. Did you guys get have any issues from like the city or like the county at all, or they? I guess
no. You want to dude, like one of the shows that we did, one of the councilmen brought his kids there because they were that bored and they saw there was a wrestling show. So he just sat there and hung out. The kind of like the guy who ran that little area, like the district guy, he was there hanging out. So he was that bored. He was like, it was social distance. Everybody had their mask on. So we were following by the rules. There was like, we made sure of it. So they didn't say nothing. They were happy they just have entertainment.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So before Loko, what experiences prepared you to be a promoter? Do you think it was just like you said, going to shows and just being involved in the scene?
Yeah, pretty much just paying dues from like setting up chairs to like setting up a ring. Dude, everything. I've done it all. I've reffed, I've announced, what else have I put? I'm not I like booking stuff, but like now I have to do it because I'm doing it by myself. Because I used to have Lowrider book all the shows, but like now I'm just like kind of doing it all like on my own. And but yeah, man, it's just learning. You gotta learn. You're always learning to make your business better. And I'm just trying. Oh yeah, my cat popped up.
Cameo from the cat.
Yeah, Jelly Bean. He's everywhere, man. He's my guy.
Yeah, and that's good, especially in any business where like from the ground up how things are supposed to work, versus like, someone that might just come in and start a promotion, but they don't really know how the basic things in a promotion might need to, be taken care of. And, sometimes I don't know if you see that too much anymore, but I guess anybody nowadays can be a wrestler, anybody can be a promoter, anybody can be a
Yeah, but it took me a lot though, because I used to throw I used to throw parties in high school, flyer parties. So that's how I got the promoter type of stuff, and we threw big parties. And then I worked at a pawn shop for a while, so I kind of like to do the deals. That's how I kind of like grew in that like kind of that aspect. And then doing the vintage stuff and getting into that little community and doing pop-ups and knowing people and growing a brand. And it was really easy, and especially here in the shows, because that's what I used to do. That's how I started connecting with people. I would like set up a merch table and sell vintage or sell stuff that I didn't want no more, and little toy DVDs. And I kind of grew my reputation. And then right when I'm gonna start my own promotion, it was easy. It was super easy. It's just talking to people.
Already had all the tools. Yeah. It's
just like the thing is being a promoter is not just putting something on the internet. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things, talking to people, getting sponsors, some of my shows, like the Victoria shows, I'm sponsored by like Golden Corral, T-Mobile, stuff like that. You got to get stuff like that if you want the bigger names and flights and cover cost and everything, dude. Like we do really good in Victoria. We do like 400 or 500 people sometimes. You know what I mean? Like It's like the whole small town comes out for these. And last time we brought them Zilla. This time around we're giving them like the work rate stuff. We got Dante, Max Heights, it's just a lot of couple of Black and Brave guys, Seth Rollins students, all coming and just giving them that type of wrestling. And it's just a little bit of everything, so it's just I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of just ranted a little bit. But yeah, it's just like it's more than just they're just putting like with the junkyard. We're sponsored by Four Locos, Honey Pack, couple of like other like beer sponsors and stuff like that too. So it's really you got to grow as like that, not just internet stuff, but like talk to people, talk to the fans, tell them what they like, their dislikes, that type of stuff. That's how you grow. You know what I mean? What can I do better to make the show, make you bring back or invite some friends?
Oh yeah. That's good. It's good to hear their feedback because like you said, if you're not listening to that, you're not figuring out what's going on. You don't know how to maneuver for your next step in the next direction. So.
Yeah, tell me when I'm fucking up. Tell me when you say, "Oh, this shit is whack" and stuff like that. That's not gonna hurt my feelings, man. Like for real, you know what I mean? Like we gotta have thick skin in this business and stuff like that. So, people are always gonna say something. Always got some. But I'm like, well, why did they say that? You know what I mean? Like, and figure out, hey man, what did I do? And I'll watch the show 2 or 3 times just to see if, hey man, what did I do? And figure it out and fix it.
Yeah, that's good. So where did the idea for Loko Wrestling come from?
That was from Lowrider. Lowrider actually sent me everything, and I told him you need to change the C to the K, and he sent me that logo, the OG logo, and we ran from there, man. We put our money together, and we did we did the first 2 shows were pretty crazy, and then after that we hit him with Yo, and we hit him with a whole bunch of like badass bangers. And it's just that's how it started, man. Like we put all into it, man. It's just I was thinking like almost like how Fourth Rope looks like. I was thinking like that like 5 years ago, making the shirts look cool, make it look like a street brand and that type of stuff. I wanted to, whenever they look at my shirts, they think I'm a band. It goes, when I go to the store, they're like, that's a band tee. I was like, no, this is a wrestling t-shirt. So it doesn't look like a wrestling t-shirt. Because, you see some shirts and you're like, hey, that's a wrestling t-shirt. This one, they can't even guess if it is. Like, look, it's a cat with upside down crosses on their foreheads. And it's actually a Loko shirt. It's a Loko wrestling shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so
yeah. I mean, at least you're getting their attention, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just can't get it with just a logo tee. You know what I mean? Like that's super basic. You want them to see it whenever you walk. Oh shit, that is Loko. So kind of when they see my belts, then you can that's Loko. Because it's like the actual guy's face. The logo. Our mascot Reggie. So it's you can see it. We built a good brand. We built a good brand. Yeah, that one right there. That one right there. Reggie right there. That's my belt. When you see my belt, that's the centerpiece.
So what was the scene like behind the curtain for the first show of Loko? Was it intense? Was it nerves? I
wasn't really nervous. I really wasn't nervous. I started getting nervous when we started booking guys like Rhino, Mil Muertes, Loki, and these guys were like the risk the risk that we took in those days were like, oh my God, like we were taking big risk, you know what I mean? And it was like, we would book all these guys and I was still selling vintage and I would put all my money into that stuff. You know what I mean? Like to have Rhino, Mil Muertes, Loki on the show and Ninja Mac, Chris, and it was crazy. Sadika, those type of shows, Psycho Clown, they were all at the beginning of the shows, like show 3, 4, 5, and 6 look like that. We were booking guys like that. Mm-hmm. So, and we were doing Deathmatch, so we were even getting shit for that because it was pandemic and we were barely opening up. So, we were swinging live tubes back then, and people were like, "What the fuck are y'all doing over there, man?" Like for real.
Yeah. So do you feel like was there anything that almost killed the promotion early on? Would it be like maybe like living on that edge of maybe like, hey, we might be over our head a little bit, or
There was a couple of times where I was like, walking in there, I wasn't gray. Now, like 5 years later, I'm like gray now.
it's like a
You know?
presidency.
Yes, exactly. So it is. It really is because like Pedro, like I love Lowrider Dog, but he used to stress me the fuck out, bro. He used to big man. I think there was one show when we booked the Toxicas, like all of them, and then we booked big names on there. So the card was like very, very expensive. It's not something that like our fan base and we make money doing wrestling, but it was those risks really like were nerve wracking. You know what I mean? We saw a lot of tickets and it really we have a lot of sponsors and it was easy to pay these shows, but like just the stress level, you know what I mean, was like off the roof. You know what I mean? It was just like picking them up, hotels, that type of stuff. And that's the stuff that they don't fucking see, that like it was just me and Pedro. And then a couple people volunteered and we were driving these people around. We used to It would be shows that we would book like 9 or 10 flights, and that's a lot. That's a lot. And that's what the nerve wracking, because, this guy's going to get here a day early. This guy's going to get another, and
what if something happens? What if, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I've had canceled flights and people canceling on me. And I'm just like, I hate to use the cliche and use Danny's, but we roll with the punches and we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much it, man. We just figure it out. There was like this one time I booked Lady Shawnee. She missed her flight and I had to buy her another flight. So that was like a lot of fucking money. But I still wanted to do it because the fans wanted it that bad. And I was like, fuck it, man. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, and it was a great fucking show. To have like Yedra and Mickey Knuckles on a one-on-one in a death match, swinging light tubes, man, that shit was cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's awesome that like like sometimes, hey, it's worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah. It is fucking worth it, dog. It's cool.
What do you think separates Loko Wrestling from other indies right now?
I think it's our fans. I think I don't think there's a lot of promotions out there that I think they can't match our crowd vibe. You know what I mean? I got fat. Okay, for the Junkyard, I think most of front row is out of state. Yeah, that's how much like they want to see the environment. I had Andy Lawler come down here to Houston for XPW and he loved it. He loved it with free beer, all that shit. We were fucked up.
I've seen him putting you guys over a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then he came down for Deep in the Heart of Deathmatch weekend, and bro, we were gone, dog. We were drinking beer, having a great time. The show was great. It was successful. And at the end of the night, we had to clean up all the mess, but we just didn't care. You know what I mean? We had a great time. It was a great time. Everybody was just smoking blunts, doing their thing, drinking beer, taking shots. That's what it is. It's more like a party more than anything else. And it's fucking great vibes, dog. Like no fighting, no arguing, no nothing. Everybody's like moving from group to group. You know what I mean? And there's like 200-300 people, just partiers that love wrestling. So it's cool, man. You can't beat that. And plus there's free beer at Loko. I'm always giving out free beer.
Is that at every show?
Not the no ring shows, but like my bigger shows. Man, bro, there's companies that give me 300 beers, dog, and I give them to the fans. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, they deserve it, dog. If they're gonna at least buy like a $20 ticket or a $40 ticket, I might as well get you drunk for free.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yes. Come on, man. It's a give and give. I love the fans. If I can give them like free weed or free food, I would. Dog. Like if I can get those sponsorships, I will.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
reach out, sponsors.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, man. I appreciate all our sponsors, dog. All of them, dog. They treat us so right. And then shout out to the guy, Title Match Wrestling, dog. Shout out to Telly, man. He's been with us from the very beginning. So,
that's
Title
awesome.
Match, that's cool. So
to touch on what you just said about, that show with your whole front row being completely out of state, does that make you feel good to know, like, hey, like you're expanding? Like this means like, hey, there's more eyeballs than just like say like the local scene or what's going on, and obviously because of streaming things like that, like you're able to get your eyes on a lot more products today. So I guess that's got to be a good feeling to know, like, hey, people are willing to come in and travel.
Yeah, I think our advantages and our disadvantage, our advantages now is like we do a lot of collabs. So our name is out there because of the collabs with the GCWs, the XPW, the Combat Zone, the Pride Style, and just like everybody, man. We've collabed with Texas guys. The only one that I wanted to collab with Reality of Wrestling, but it never worked out. But like I've worked with New Texas Pro, a lot of companies here in Texas and, out of state. So, that's how I get my branding, we help each other. My fan base starts becoming your fans and, vice versa. That's how we grow.
Oh, so, yeah. One hand washes the other.
Yeah, man, let's all work together, man. We're not trying to steal fans or nothing. We're growing a territory or a community. You know what I mean? It's like I was trying to tell, I was talking to somebody else. It's like music. We're like all, we're in the same genre, deathmatch. We might play the same tune, but we do it differently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody's got their own little flavor and little spice, or
man. Yeah, exactly. I would like to. We put people in death matches that don't really do death matches that often. You know what I mean? Like those type of matchups, because I think that's kind of like our thing.
It's always interesting to see, especially their reactions, the crowd's reaction to that, and it's always a good one.
Yeah, man. The people that we got to swing light tubes, like I don't know if you know who Pimpinela Escalera is. She's like the famous Exotica from Mexico. Well, we had to wrestle Exotica, and dog, they were swinging light tubes, dog. And it's fucking crazy. Like people don't do death matches. Right. She's over there fucking dancing, giving everybody besitos and shit. And she's swinging light tubes.
Yeah, that's awesome when you can take someone out of their element and put them into the death match.
Oh yeah, that is super super cool, man. It's just like getting people that don't do death matches to do death matches is like a fun sight to see sometimes. You just like
So you were talking about all the different sponsors and brands, and obviously Four Loko is a drink brand partnership. That's right. It just seems perfect, right?
Yes. Four Loko was I'm not gonna take all the credit. I gotta give a big shout out to my boy Marty Two Fly. He came out at the X brand and versus the Loko, and he came out drinking like a Four Loko, and he smashed it on his head, and he tagged Four Loko, and that's how we got it.
Nice. I was gonna ask how did that all come about, but that's
man. It was just a combination of him, me, and now we're gonna have some costumes, some Four Loko costumes at the junkyard. We're gonna give out free Loko, so it's gonna be cool. So it's gonna be free Loko, free Carbach beer, and then we're giving out free honey packs because honey packs show some love too, dog.
Nice. Yeah, you guys are gonna have it all down there. That's gonna be pretty interesting.
And we're gonna have food on site and everything like that. It's just gonna be a vibe. Lot of daytime drinking because it starts at 4. The doors open at 4. The show starts at 5, so it's an early show.
Oh yeah. Do you think that more indie promotions should be like thinking like that way? Like, hey, you should be looking for sponsors, looking for partners to bring in to help you rise, you know what I mean? Because some people, I feel like they think that they have to either do it all themselves or they're robbing Peter to pay Paul or they're whatever, but it's like, hey, work on some of these sponsors or collabs or whatever.
Oh yeah, because man, for sponsors they give you money and they'll give you free product, and if they start winning, then they start giving you money. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. How I get them. My fan base is your market, so let's help each other, and that's how I get these sponsors because that is their market. The honey packs, the Four Locos, the fucking free beer, all that stuff. They're the ones that are, see, we even got some little cannabis sponsors and it's just all the way around, people eat, drink, all that stuff. You know what I mean? They go hand in hand at a wrestling show.
Yeah.
So it's easy. It's real easy. You got to show them and show them a packed crowd. You got to show them results.
Yeah.
If they see it, if they see 300 or 400 people in a building, yeah, they're gonna fucking like invest into what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have the numbers, gotta have the proof is in the pudding, so to say, right?
Exactly. That's how you gotta do it, man. And then people don't see that. That's another thing that people need to learn from like promoting. That's one of those things. And not just that, but also there's a lot of like sponsors that will sponsor wrestlers and stuff like that. And they get perks, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that go along with what I do. And it's really easy and it makes these shows really run smoothly and everybody has a great time. So shout out to all the sponsors, the corporate sponsors and everything like that believe in us, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be shit, like straight up.
That seems to be a new thing that I feel like I see a lot of, where promotions will ask to, sponsor a wrestler. Is that something you guys do, or
I don't do it very. I used to do it at the beginning, but now every once in a while, there's people that would reach out and stuff like that, and I'm like, sure, why not? And we'll figure out a deal, and then they get something out of it, like where they get like a couple 8x10s. It's like it's real. You work out a deal like that, and it makes to where they get something cool out of it, and it's perks. It's just perks, free merch. You know what I mean? Like, they get early entries sometimes, you know what I mean? Like that type of stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah. What do you think the ugliest part of promoting that no one warns you about is?
It's just, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. There's some people that like, it's like just, it's how to be like, we can all just get along. We can all win, dog. Like you don't have to kick. This is the way I see it. Don't kick people while they're down. You know what I mean? And if I like that there's fans out there that call out promoters. That's great, dog. You need fans like that, because they see some bullshit. Yeah, call us out on it, man. But like if you're just talking, it's sometimes it can be the toxic fans. There's some toxic fans out there, man, and it gets too much, though. Like to the point where I just can't even deal with it anymore. You know what I mean? I just block them out and stuff like that, because I got a business to run. I can't deal with that type of nuttiness. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of nutty people on the internet. And that's the hardest thing to navigate through. Like as a promoter, that's the worst part. You know what I mean? And then having fans fight each other, or like having a disagreement and they put you in the middle and that type of stuff. Like, I don't like stuff like that. I don't like, I just want everybody to get along. You know what I mean? And have a great time. But sometimes you do have disagreements like that. And that's the worst part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's almost daily sometimes there's some sort of drama going on, and you got to kind of figure out how to navigate that and how to, see what, is even worth your time or not. And, go from there. But yeah,
oh yeah, I know it's too much. It's too much, but it's part of independent wrestling that you got to deal with. It's the many problems that you got to deal with. So.
Have you ever questioned like, hey, this might not, I might not want to do this anymore? Have you ever had those thoughts, or you're just like,
oh yeah,
like,
all the time. I did the funeral. I did the funeral. Right there. I took like a really long break, and I contemplated not coming back. But the fans were just like, Jaime, dog, that's whack without you, and we want you back. And trust me, I want a normal life, dog. You know what I mean? Like these shows are really stressful, and now everybody wants a Loko show. Like we're doing more Victoria, Texas. We're doing Deathmatch in Houston. People want to collab with us after they saw the X brand. Oh my God, dog. My DMs were like, hey, let's do something, man. And there's one that I want, and hey, I even hit him up recently. Yo, Danny, I said one more time, dog. I was on that other podcast. Give me that collab, dog. I need that one. Come to Texas. I'll pack the fucking house for you, dog. If I have to pay for everything, I don't give a fuck. I just want the chains. The fans been asking for it. I want to bring the chains to fucking Houston, and it would be fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like something new. When you bring something different, it's brand new here, and that's what I want to do. That, and I want to bring a deathmatch tournament. I don't like tournaments. That's why I don't throw them. But if I can bring one down here, that would be even more cool. So I want to do that. And I'll be announcing it soon, probably in the deathmatch weekend. But we got somebody. So
Yeah, you heard it here. He wants the chains. He wants the chains, and we want a tournament. Yeah.
yeah, I know we got the
man.
tournament locked down, but I want the chains because I think there's a couple guys here in Houston that would be fire in the chains. Nino Extremo, I think Killer Cash would be perfect for the chains. And there's another guy named Primo Ka. I think he'll be perfect for it too. And it just bring your guys, and it doesn't even have to be about us. It's just, or we can do a weekend. I don't care.
Yeah.
I got plenty of venues that we can do something cool.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I got the resources. That's why I tell everybody to come down to fucking Houston, because the resources are here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to worry about nothing.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I would love to see that happen. And yeah, I think that you guys would be, like you said, when something new happens, it's that extra layer of excitement is on top of that show, and everyone's gonna have that, feel that energy, those you know what I mean, those butterflies, I guess, in the air that night. So
yeah, man. I want to do it at the HPA, man. That would be fucking crazy. I know I can fucking put like at least 400 people in that bitch, dog. Like, for real. If I done that, if we do the fucking bangers and a couple of like the Houston guys, man, do it easy, easy. I'm ready.
When you go to another indie or another show, is there something that's like an instant tell, like, hey, this isn't up to standard, or isn't kosher, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, do you see like certain places out there that do things that you're just like, we would never do that, or you're just like, you're just
No,
focused on what you're doing?
I look at it and I'm like, I know what I can. I know some things of what I can do and what I can't do. And I know that with that, you know what I mean? Like, and plus when I go to shows, I kind of suspend my disbelief. I have a good time. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm with my homeboys, I'm really not thinking, oh man, this guy did this guy. I'm like, I'm having a good time. You know?
Yeah.
I kind of have a couple drinks and I just have a good time. Like, I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah. It's better that way sometimes. I know you had mentioned like other promoters, or like you said, like fans calling them out and things like that. Do you think that that's because like promoters might cut corners, or it's just lack of not caring, or just maybe inexperienced, or it's just like,
I say communication is everything with the fans, though. Like, if they got a gripe, you hit them up real quick. Hey man, what's wrong? And this and that, let's make it right. I've always done that, because I know it's like selling at the pawn shop or selling on eBay or doing the vintage pop-ups. You work with customers and you figure it out, because you don't want a mad customer or anything like that. If they're just being crazy, then sometimes you gotta tell them to go fuck off. And but there's some that, like, you think you can't, it's something simple real quick, dog. I've done that. I did that with the Necro Butcher shirt. So we did a lot for it, and I was really excited. So I had to deal with a lot of people with that one, because it was a lot of pre-orders. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like sometimes it's not worth burning that bridge when something can be resolved, or like you said, just communicate it, and I guess not everyone decides to do that. They just I guess ghost sometimes, or leave things kind of up to be determined.
yeah, I mean that's what like a lot of if you've been in like retail or anything like that, and you've dealt with people, and some are good, some are bad. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. The people are gonna be happy if you fix it. Oh man, appreciate it. Or some people are thanks, or some people are just like, that ain't enough. You know what I mean? So there's always a solution for it. Either figure it out or you can't.
Yeah, because I know like there's like I said, just to add to like the drama layer of things, like issues with like other promotions, and I know you've even been vocal, or like you said, you get dragged into it sometimes, and I know you said your piece on it, but yeah, it's just like you said, communication can go a long way if you're
Are the fans is the lifeline of the promotion, dog. Like,
Yeah.
if there ain't no fans, there ain't no fucking promotion. And if
Exactly.
you can't take care of them, come on, dog. Like, for real.
Yeah, they're not going to come back.
Yeah, exactly. I've been a fan that's bought a DVD or a shirt from a promotion, and sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Like, that's why whenever I do my merch or something like that, man, you're gonna get it. You know what I mean? There's no fuck ups on my end. I might if I don't complete, I'll give you your money back real quick, no questions asked. My bad, I'm sorry. You know, it was out of stock. You know, I'll give you your money back. That type of shit. Like, I'm good on that. So I ain't never did nobody wrong, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to do good business with everybody, man. That's my whole thing. And just promoters out there, don't treat the fans wrong and don't treat them. You know, there's some vocal ones, and we get it. Come on, guys. Hey, the promoters out there, we get it, bro. You know, but don't be fucking assholes, because once they see an asshole, they're gonna be, oh man, fuck that guy, or you know. That's why I meet a lot of them. I meet a lot of fans. So I'm good with these guys. So I ain't got no problems with nobody.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you're always doing good business, if you're even if it's something you can't come through with, if you're open and honest about what's going on, like, hey, everyone's cool at the end of the day. But it's like when you're trying to duck and dive, or just no one knows what's going on, that's when they become outraged, and it becomes a bigger issue than what it a mountain out of a molehill, I guess.
Exactly. It can be so small, but man, it will be easy fix.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a small problem can be like, it can be like fucking humongous, because that fan will probably make it a bigger deal. And they'll just dogpile on you.
Do you feel like you being honest has that cost you some relationships or maybe opportunities, like maybe being too honest? Or
Oh yeah, I've been a little bit too honest to where it ruined a little. I think what it is like, sometimes you gotta be blunt with some of these people, dog. Like, for real. And it's hard. And I work with a lot of these people, and I like, a lot of them are great guys. It's just like, business wise or booking wise, we just, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's a lot of people that maybe shouldn't be promoters?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's some that are fucking fire out there. Like, I know which ones are good and which ones are fucking like bad. So yeah.
Always see the constant, like, there a lot of, like, out my way, you always see like the owner / promoter that likes to book themselves as a wrestler and then make themselves the champion, and
Oh yeah, I've seen those before, man. Those are fire. I love it, dog. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I you know what? I love it sometimes because people see it. People see it, and they like you bring it up. Have I seen that here in Texas? Oh, a whole bunch of times. But man, it is what it is, dog. Like, it's wrestling, dog, and everybody does it. Like, some of them take it seriously, some of them you don't take it serious at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that fans, why do you think fans keep supporting, like, say, sometimes like low quality shows? Like, I guess, sometimes wrestling is wrestling, but not every time. I guess fans don't always know exactly what's going on behind the scenes, and they're not always within the know. So I guess, some people are always going to draw, I guess, a few fans, but I guess if they, with these message boards or, groups and stuff, they can kind of demand what they want sometimes, or if they're vocal enough in unison, they can kind of shift what they want or don't want to see out of a promotion, I guess. I don't know if that was a question again.
No, bro, but I would, man, when fans ask me for shit, bro, I usually, like, I deliver. If the schedule is permitted, man, bro, when they asked for Rhino, I gave them Rhino. When they wanted Loki, they wanted Loki. When they wanted the Toxicas, when they wanted Mickey, Cruel, all these badass guys, they wanted Drake Younger, Dr. Redacted, they wanted all those. I brung them all for them. I made it happen. Because I wanted to see that shit too.
So you're always listening to what's in the demand, I guess.
Yeah, man, dog. Like, if we can put on a dream match or a match that'd be like, what's going on? Yeah, that. You know, I put in Chris Carter versus Mascarita Sangrada. I put a regular wrestler with a midget. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of shit that we were doing, and it was a really good match too. So it's just stuff. We put the Soul Taker. We put Soul Taker against man, who was it? The Provider. That was super cool, bro. And it's
Yeah,
just crazy.
he's hilarious.
We put Super Oprah versus Big Mammy. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all know who Big Mammy is, and it was fire, man. That was crazy. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
I always like those types of like matchups, and of course, I'm a big like styles make matchups. So, like you said, when you put like a midget versus somebody else that's big or whatever, like whatever you got going on and stuff like that, it always it's always hilarious.
Yeah, man. Like I just finished watching before we got on the thing. I watched the Angel Metro versus Lou Dark match from Deep in the Heart of Deathmatch weekend. That one was really fucking good. I really like that match. Like I haven't watched it, but like they cut it in parts, that title match on YouTube. So I watched it and it was really fucking good, dog. Like it, I was like, dude, I booked that.
Hell yeah.
You know, but like watching it now is like, yeah, I booked that, man. It was fire.
Yeah. Do you think that like things kind of go fast or kind of like a blur when you're booking and shows are happening and it's like, you have those moments to go back and be like, oh yeah, I booked that, or that did happen, or it's because it's like everything's you're always on to the next thing, I'm sure, right?
Pretty sure, man. Like there's a lot of shows that like I got a lot of flyers around here, and I'm like, there's a lot of fucking shows, dog. Like I was there's a show that we did back in 2000 and I think it was 2013. It was not even a Loco show, but I was doing it with Lowrider, helped them, and it was Valiento Jack, Sammy Guevara, Aries, Doki, Wotang, Eric Ortiz. Bro, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And I had a couple of road guys on there. I think BK was on there. I think Gino was on there, bro. But to have a lot of those guys are signed. You know what I mean? And we had Ronnie Mendoza on that show too. It was crazy, dog. Like those shows, shit like that, bro. In the last, we've been doing things. It's just like it's hard to get up north. I think up north, like you gotta do shows up there, man. I feel like we don't get enough attention in the deathmatch community, and we've been putting bangers on for like 3 years, you know. So
Are you looking to like branch out and like move Loco to different states, or are you like saying
I've
as far as like getting attention?
I've already did a show in Colorado, bro, with the ICW Legacy.
Okay.
Yeah, bro, we did like 350, man. It was fire, bro. It was super, super fire. We had a lot of luchadors, a lot of loco guys, and it was fun. And we had like, a couple of dispensaries sponsor it. It was cool, free food, all that shit, bro. It was cool. It was a really nice. And Colorado showed mad love. We want to do another show there, but I like doing shows like that. Like if it's in Colorado or like where you kind of
Where
smoke.
it's going to be your environment, yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. Like if I really can't do that freely, dog. Like honestly, bro, it's not really that. I want to do it. I don't want to do it, dog. Like I really don't.
You don't gotta tell me, man. I have a rule, which is I don't travel anywhere if I can't go there and smoke and chill. You know what I mean? Then I don't even want to be there.
Exactly. I'll if I go out with my wife, I won't be like that. But like,
Yeah.
For like these wrestling shows, if I gotta do say, hey, can I smoke or do this and that? If they say yes, oh shit, I'm all in. I'm all in.
Hell yeah. Yeah, well, you heard it here, so you know what I mean. We're trying to. I like I told you before we started recording. I feel like you guys are. I know you guys been doing your thing for a while now, but I feel like there's a lot of buzz on you guys right now, and it's something's about the pick up and something's about the take off. So,
bro, we're doing a junkyard show, dog. Who does that? Who does a junkyard show? We even did an ambulance death match, bro. I did Dr. Redacted versus what was that guy's name, dog? Like the Phoenix Kid. He got canceled, dog, but Phoenix Kid, and then we did another one. I think it was Matt Justice and Dr. Redacted. We did that and ambulance death match. Come on, guys. Hey, that's and we actually had an ambulance, dog. Like it wasn't like
no bullshit.
no bullshit, dog. No bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that Loco Wrestling never becomes the thing that you may criticize or that someone may criticize out there?
I'm my worst critic, dog. I'm my worst critic, dog. So I'm like, if I know that shit fucking sucks, then I know it sucked.
Yeah, yeah. You've already put yourself through everything that anyone could already say, before
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if they tell me it sucks or I think it sucks, yeah, I was like, yeah, that was bad. That was real fucking bad.
So you have no problem being the first to admit it if that is the case sometimes.
Oh yeah, there was a couple matches that were fucking horrible. I think the one guy that they told me that that was probably one of the worst matches they saw was that I don't think it was that bad, but they said Redacted and Phoenix Kid was pretty bad. And I didn't think it was that bad. It was pretty brutal.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe everybody's always gonna have something to say, so you can't always please everybody, I guess,
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just when they tell me that, I'm like, all right, cool. I know it sucked. I know it sucked. You don't gotta tell me nothing.
What do you think the bare minimum is for a fan when they buy a ticket? What the standard that should be met by a promotion.
I say if you're bringing a lot of stars and you make a front row with like $50, that's cool. Like if you bring like 4 or 5 stars, $50, that's kind of like that, And I think $50 for a front row is cool. Man, rough. I usually shift it between 30 to 40 for second, and then 25 for like the third row, and then 20 all the way back. You know what I mean? Always think about the guy who can't afford like it, like the $20, or even sometimes, man, like me, if a fan hits me up and sometimes tell me, "Hey, bro, I just got like $10," like just fucking come to the show, dog. Fucking come to the show, dog. Like I don't care, dog. Like just
We just
I,
want
I
you to.
understand. I understand that, dog. I completely understand being young and broke. You know what I mean? Like for real. And if you only got that, man, come on, man. Let's come to the show, dog. Have a good time.
Yeah, it seems like you've set the environment. Like the environment, like you said, is very party atmosphere. Everybody's there having a good time. So it's like you want everybody to feel like they're included. It seems like.
Oh yeah, I think at the last vulgar display of Loco, bro, you know who was watching the show? I had Zilla there, Zilla Fatu there. I had Necro, Akira, Mickey Knuckles, all hanging out there, just watching the shows, marking the fuck out.
Hell yeah, just having a good
Yeah,
time.
hell yeah. Necro Butcher was just man, dog. I never seen somebody drink so many Lone Stars, dog. It's not even funny, dog. Like for real. No, I love Necro, dog. He's super cool, dog. I like him, dog. He's one of a kind, dog.
Yeah,
He's a
for sure.
he's a one of one, dog, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely a legend in his own right, and yeah, like you said, he can drink some beer, right?
I've been fucking with Necro forever, dog. Like he used to wrestle here in Houston for TASW. So I've seen him wrestle since I think it was the early 2000s. Early 2000s.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's crazy all the things that he's been through, and then he's like almost just like having a whole another resurgence right now and just whooping everybody's ass.
Oh yeah, I came up. Hey, dude, I came up with this. I was drinking Lone Star with Necro in Austin, so we're drinking Lone Star beer. So we said Necro Butcher right there.
So you came up with that shirt and the hat and everything.
Yeah, because Necro wears shirts with these little stripes, like a black shirt with these little stripes. So I found a hat that matches that. So like, so it would look cool. I had some black ones, but that's all I got left. Those are the red, white, and blues. But yeah, man, that was just one of those things that just it came up, man. Like drinking beer with Necro in Austin, drinking Lone Stars. That's how I got that, man.
What was the story behind that? Was he all for it? Because I've heard multiple stories about people wanting merch from Necro over the years and him denying it because he didn't want to do it or didn't want to make the fans have to spend money or anything like that. Was he all for it?
Yeah, he was all for it, man. I just talked to him, man. I've been, like I said, I've known him for a while, and just asking him, hey, bro, I've done a Choose Death shirt the last time. I did a camo with an orange. it was really, really popular. It sold out, but I wanted to do something different for. I feel like the Choose Death is played out, so I was like, man, let's do a Lone Star logo, and I got one mocked up, and there you go, man. We came up with that, and it sold well, man. It sold very well. I got a couple extras, but like I gotta go mail them to Necro. I actually need to mail him some, so he wants some hats and some shirts, so I got some extras.
Oh yeah, that's badass. So where do you realistically want Loko Wrestling within the next like 1 to 3 years?
Honestly, bro, if I could just get the change to come down here, I'll retire, bro. I won't do no more shows because there's really nothing else for me to do, bro.
Yeah.
Like honestly, bro, there's really nothing else for me to do. Like on an indie level, bro. Like I've already booked the big stars. I've already done the work. There's two eras of Loko. We did the work rate Loko where we booked the super indie shit, and then we did a collab with GCW, and I felt like we didn't choose Deathmatch. Deathmatch chose us type of like vibe, and then we've been running with the Deathmatch stuff. So we've been doing that. So
initially, Deathmatch wasn't what you guys were doing.
No, we were doing like super indie shit, all like booking big stars and booking AAA stars. Pretty much anybody. We had Sammy Guevara wrestle for us during the pandemic twice when he was with AEW. So, but yeah, man, that type of shit. There was one time where this is one of those. I wish I would have answered the question this way, but having a backstage and we were back there, and you know who was there? Brett was there, Jimmy Lloyd was there, Stunny Kiss was there, Sammy Guevara was there, Joe Alonzo was there, and pretty much I think Kid Bandit was there, a couple other people was there, and that was our backstage, and that was just a little bit of people, you know what I mean? And it was crazy. Like it's amazing that we've done all these cool things, and then moving on and transitioning to like deathmatch, doing full blown deathmatch shows. I wasn't thinking like that. I just wanted one, and now we're doing like full shows of deathmatch.
So would you say that you're only deathmatch now, or is it you'll do both, or whatever it calls for, I guess, right?
In Victoria, I'm doing regular wrestling. Okay. I do those three times a year. I do wrestling. The last show I had like Zilla and a whole bunch of other stuff, some regular wrestling, and then I do the no ring stuff. I do no ring shows. I do my tour. I'm doing a show in College Station, and I call those Can't Kill Texas. You know what I mean? And we travel in these little small towns in Texas, and we do no ring, and I call those in Houston no ring, no masters. And sometimes whenever I do another collab with somebody else, I'll call it Vulgar Display of Loko. So, it's just a little bit of everything. We do no ring. I do it at a small club, and yeah, man, I do strictly do deathmatch in Houston, and then I do all the regular wrestling in Victoria.
What's the reaction from a club or a bar or wherever you might want to do a no ring deathmatch that may have never had something like that at their venue before? What's their reaction when you go to them?
Oh my god, bro! I've gotten people really mad at me, but like it's just like I'll clean it up and that type of stuff. Just don't break nothing. Like I tell the wrestlers, don't break nothing, but they don't fucking listen, bro.
Don't break any of their shit, right? Yeah,
don't break their shit, man. And oh man, bro, it's just like the one thing for Loko, and we're notorious with fucking these motherfuckers breaking all these chairs. They break all these chairs, dog. All of them, dog. Like, oh my god, bro. There's been I don't know if you saw the clip, but it was Schlack at XPW Goes Loko. He asked for some chairs. And bro, they threw every fucking single chair in the fucking ring, bro. And they broke, they broke like I think it was like 30 chairs, bro. And then the bill was fucking. I was so pissed off, dog. That bill was fucking high.
Damn. Yeah.
God damn it, bro. And it was metal chairs they broke.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like one of those things where you're like, in the moment, you just are like, it just keeps adding up and adding up. Adding up.
Yeah. Deep in the heart of Deathmatch weekend, we had 7 run a show that early in the afternoon, and then we had the show at night. Dude, the first show, they broke so many fucking chairs, and then they fucking broke some more the following.
they just kept throwing all the chairs in there.
Oh no, but I was saying that at the beginning of the show, I did like on that Saturday of Deep in the Heart of Deathmatch Weekend, 7 do a show at the beginning, and they broke a lot of chairs, and they did that one, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, they just don't fucking listen. They don't fucking listen, bro.
Yeah, I always think about that, especially because I feel like, I guess no ring deathmatch has been around for a while, but like it's still kind of a newer thing to like the mainstream, mass out there, I guess. So it's like when you go to like these venues and you're like, hey, this is what we're going to do. I guess a lot of people don't tell them everything, sometimes less is more. And like you said, hey, we'll clean it up. Don't worry about it. But, when you got blood and shit like that, it's like it's a whole fucking mess, I'm sure, to have to deal with. And I'm sure, sometimes they may be happy and sometimes they may not be. I guess depending on what they charge.
Yeah, man, bro. The White Swan, doesn't that place doesn't give a fuck what I do, bro, because they do really. I bring the drinkers. They do great at the bar. So I've thrown people off the fucking White Swan already. So man, it's been crazy, dog. I even put a ring. I put a ring outside and shit like that. It's like one of those it's like a metal bar, bro. It's super cool. I've been going there since I was a young kid, but I like that place. What's her name? Sally. She lets me do whatever the fuck I want. Shout out to the White Swan. They let me fuck shit up there. You know what I mean? Like they let me do fire inside, dog. Like they let me, and it's small, bro. It's fucking small. I remember Borracho lit up some fucking some light tubes and just chunked them at Neil Diamond Cutter, and I was like, boof. You know what I mean? It was fucking crazy, dog. We've got some good matches at the White Swan.
That's awesome, though, that, when you have a venue like that is willing to, let you kind of, do your thing and also be willing to, hey, go off the roof or whatever. Yeah, whatever. We don't give a shit, so that's dope that you have that.
Oh, I've told owners that, oh, no, don't do no fire. Don't do no fire. It was me. It was Till I Die 1. It was the collab I did with 7. And I think it was like it was Journey Fatu, Otis Kogart, and Hoodfoot. And bro, fucking as soon as they sprayed that shit on the chair, I looked at the owner. The owner was like, "No fire, no fire." Pooh, man, that shit went viral, dog. That shit went viral big time. That shit was funny. That shit was crazy. The owner was really, really upset with us, dog. But oh well, man. We didn't tell him. We didn't smarten him up. But it was a great visual. You know what I mean? Like it was fire.
I literally heard today. It's sometimes easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Yeah, exactly. No, for real. It is. It is. It was one of those type situations.
So last thing I have for you is if any promoters, wrestlers, fans take offense to this conversation, what's your final message for them?
Don't be offended, dog. Don't be offended by this conversation. It's all right, dog. You can take whatever you want from this conversation, but it's fire, dog. And you can't. Hey, guys, 2026, Loko Wrestling. If it ain't Loko, it ain't fire, daddy.
Hell yeah. Yeah, let the people know where they can find you. I got some media here I'm gonna pull up. I'll let you go ahead and go through it. I got about 5 slides here if you want to go ahead and let the people know what's happening next month.
Okay, that one's January the 31st. That's Can't Kill Texas. That's gonna be in College Station. I'm doing an Aggies Loco t-shirt. That's gonna be cool. I'm dropping it right there. And man, that's a badass show. Killer Cash. I love him. Mickey Vargas, the Young Pillars. My Young Pillars, Nino Extremo, Mickey Vargas, love those guys. Borracho's on it. We're doing something with Lions Pride. Shout out to them. I like those guys.
Yeah, there's a couple guys like Nino Extremo and Primo Ka. I've seen them, with one of your guys' recent events that you guys had. Yeah, it's always good to see new guys that are coming up, and people that we need more new blood. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Nino Extremo was a fan that came up to me about a year ago, and he was like, "Hi, man, I'm gonna wrestle for you, bro." And he's already doing it. He's doing it already. Love that. I love that. I've had 4 fans come up to me and say, "I'm gonna wrestle for you," and they all have, and they've all excelled.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when people can, follow through with that, because sometimes people, say things and don't always follow through. But if, you're 4 for 4, man, keep
Hell
it
yeah,
going.
my young pillars, dog. Yeah, Donnie Darko. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. No Ring, No Masters 5, night 1, and he's gonna be in the Junkyard night 2.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's March 6th and 7th, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be Junkyard weekend.
Okay, so that's the Junkyard.
Yeah, that's Donnie Darko. He's gonna be there both days.
Nice.
That's No Ring, No Masters 5. We've announced Su Young, Danny Darko. I'll give you a little exclusive. Buddy Badcock is going to be on No Ring, No Masters 5. I cannot wait to tell you that match. But yeah, he's going to be on there. It's going to be a cool show. Where that one, I'll probably get a couple metal bands, couple matches, shit like that. That's marijuana filled chaos wrestling right there.
Oh yeah. So you like mixing in like the bands and stuff like that with wrestling?
Hell yeah, I've
Cool
been in the
vibe.
metal scene. I've been going to shows since like the 90s, dog. Like I used to ride the bus and like I saw a lot of cool bands back in the day. Like I saw the Deftones, I saw Korn when they first came out. I saw a lot of them System, Wow, when they came out, Rage. I never saw Pantera because I was way too young for that. But yeah, but I never got the catch to see them. So, but that's the only one that I never got to see. I never got to see Pantera, but everybody else I've seen, pretty much I've seen Ozzy, all that stuff. But yes, look at hell yeah, and Su Young, she's gonna be at No Ring No Masters 5, dog. It's fire. Can't wait to see it.
Will she be participating in a death match?
Yes. I can't wait to announce that match. That match is gonna be fire.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah. Loko Wrestling presents Zona 420. That's our Junkyard show, bro. And that's part of that Junkyard weekend with No Ring, No Masters. That's going to be Friday. This was going to be Saturday. Front row sold out. I think over 150 tickets have been sold for this Junkyard show. This is all the shows that he just showed them are going to be exclusively on Title Match Wrestling. So go check those out. Go buy. You can buy them by themselves. I think there's going to be like $7.99, or there's going to be a live stream for the 420 show. I mean, not the 420 show. The Junkyard show. So that's going to be live stream, but the No Ring No Masters is just going to be recorded.
It's interesting that you guys are doing the Junkyard show because that's caught a lot of attention recently. I know they had like Gail Kim was had a lot to say about the Junkyard show that happened in Mexico, I believe it was. And now they've turned into an angle with GCW, but it's a kind of a cool atmosphere to have, and I guess you don't have to do too much cleaning up afterwards, do you?
No, not really. For this one, no, not really. But it's gonna be cool, man. Everybody was asking me to do the Junkyard show, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I had a fan that says, hey man, I know somebody with a Junkyard, and I was like, all right. So we went up there and we booked it, and we're here, man. A Junkyard show, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I always love stuff like that. I know, like, when I had Roman 5-0 on his episode of the Bingo Hall, he was saying, like, each venue, like, that he participates in is almost like unlocking a certain stage in, like, Backyard Wrestling, the video game or something like that. Like, each different venue is, like, a new level if you look at it that way. So, like, you have the outside, and, the no rings, you have the Junkyard, stuff like that. So it's cool to see different, optics when you're seeing this kind of crazy stuff.
Hell yeah, I liked how you described it, man. Like,
yeah, it's
like
cool.
It's like a different. It's like a background. Like I think like that too, man. Like it's changed the background a little bit. It does make a difference. It really does. Like I like a venue and it's packed and stuff like that, but sometimes changing it. That's why I like the Powerhouse gym. That it's all lit up in lights. I could throw a show at night, and it doesn't have to be really bright or anything like that. It can just be like grungy and shit like that.
Oh yeah. I'm always perception's everything. So little things, little details, and stuff like that, I feel like go a long way.
Hell yeah, man.
Here's the last one I have for us, which is I guess that would be 420 weekend, right?
Yeah, originally I was gonna go to Vegas but something happened, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to Vegas. I'd rather just stay at home. This one, I'm gonna have burlesque dancers. That one, I will have. Man, bro, there's a match that I really want to fucking do, bro. I want to bring in that what's that guy Grim Reaper from New York versus like
Yeah.
Lowrider. I want to do that match, but hopefully man, it's not till April, so we'll figure it out, man. But that one right there, that one, butt smokers only. It's 420 weekend. Everybody's been asking me, hey Jaime, throw a fucking 420 show. Like, but this time around, that this 420 falls on Monday, so I'm just throwing it Saturday. So it's like, let's celebrate 2 days early.
So
Yeah.
will you be booking? Will that be like the primary focus, like booking a lot of wrestlers that are like 420 friendly, or?
Oh yeah, that's kind of like the motto. That's kind of like the vibe I'm going for.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you a suggestion. We got to see my man Ruckus. We got to get Ruckus down there.
Oh, bro. One of my mark out moments is smoking blunts with Ruckus outside of Hammerstein. Not Hammerstein. Is it the Hammerstein Ballroom? Yeah, Hammerstein Ballroom, dog. That was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a crazy. I was like, is that Ruckus? We're smoking blunts.
Hell yeah. Yeah, well, hey, you guys got a lot coming up, and I'm obviously looking forward to it. And like I said, you guys are on the verge of something big, and I'm looking forward to you guys collabing with the ones that we're rooting for, and
I appreciate y'all, man.
Seeing where things take off. And yeah, man, I appreciate you. If there's anything you want to say to the audience before we go ahead and let them know here. And yeah.
Hey guys, come check out what we got going January 18th, January 31st. We're throwing a lot of cool shit, guys. Hey, the thing is, we put a lot of heart into what we do, and there's a lot of spots in the United States that get a lot of shine. But man, y'all need to put a spotlight on Texas. We've been doing things, guys, and we've been doing this for 5 years. So we've been screaming out, "If it ain't loco, it ain't fire," and it always will be. Whenever we do a show, it's the vibe, dog, and it can't be replicated. So,
well, you heard it here at the Bingo Hall. Until next time, see you at the Bingo Hall. Peace.
hell yeah.